Well, welcome to the House at Hammer, built by the nation for the nation. Welcome to Raider Nation News today. It is game day, y'all. We are joined by my boy Big Mike. Salute, salute, salute. What is good, bro? So let's start it off. Well, let's do our basic stuff first. Break them thumbs, hammer them subs, smash the bell to stay up to date for all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, and fantasy football. Big Mike, let them know where they can find you at. Oh shit, let's fix this real quick. Hold up. Um, Make one quick adjustment. It's already starting because I'm already having a rough morning, but let's get to it. All right, can you guys hear me now? Can you hear us now?
Yeah, we
Thumbs
good.
up,
We
thumbs
good.
up, y'all. Thumbs up. Let's go.
Let's see. Let's see.
Once I get at least one thumbs up, I know we're good to go. There we go. All right, guys, it's been a rough morning. I apologize, but we're back. We're better than ever, and we did make some tweaks,
Sir.
as you guys can see on the screen right now. Let's get into some of the news so far for your matchups. As of right now, the injury report. Let me get there. There we go. Injury report as of right now: Wandell Robinson of the Giants. He's still up in the air. Brandon Cooks, I believe, is still up in the air as well. He hasn't practiced all week. There we go. He is not expected to suit up. So if you have Brandon Cooks, put him down. Ruled out
Yep.
today is Austin Eckler, Jacoby Myers with the concussion, Greg Dulcich, the tight end of the Broncos, Deontay Johnson, receiver of the Steelers. Game time decisions as it stands right now is Clyde Edwards-Helaire, C.J. Stroud, Devontae Parker, Kendre Miller, Amari Cooper. Expected to play today is Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, DeAndre Hopkins, Darren Waller, Puka Nakua, which ESPN Radio, one of their guys call him Puka Nuka. Well, I'll take it. I think that's a dope ass name. And Brees Hall is expected to play. There hasn't really been any other updates. I'm looking through the list right now, but everything seems to be on the up and up with that as of right now. And also,
Yep.
you guys can see on the rundown what exactly it is we're covering while we're here today. Fantasy rankings, you guys can see on the bottom of the screen on our new and improved ticker, giving you guys all the rankings, every position. So that should help you guys in a bit. Let me get my chat back up here. Let's see. Let me just salute everybody in here real quick. Bambino, Orlando, John B, Ghost Sniper, the Ricardo, M85, and GA. So is D Hop good to start? As it stands right now, he is expected to play. They're going against who are they playing today? Actually,
They're playing the D Hop. They're playing the Chargers. They're
oh
playing the Chargers today.
shit, that should be an interesting game.
Yep.
Very, very interesting. All right.
Yep.
Let me get this other part up and I'll read off some of the top because I'm not gonna have you guys struggle to wait for your favorite position to pop up with these rankings going into today. So here we go as it stands. And some of these guys have already played Thursday night. So quarterbacks, you got Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Justin Fields, Tua Tagovailoa, Anthony Richardson, Jared Goff, Daniel Jones, Deshaun Watson, Geno Smith, and Brock Purdy. There's your top 15 for the quarterbacks. Running backs, Christian McCaffrey, Nick Chubb, Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, Tony Pollard, Bijan Robinson, Josh Jacobs, Travis Etienne, Joe Mixon, Ramondre Stevenson, Kenneth Walker, David Montgomery, James Cook, Jameer Gibbs, Damian Pierce round out your 15 at the running back position. For the receivers, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Steph Diggs, A.J. Brown, Calvin Ridley, Devontae Adams, Chris Olave, Devontae Smith, CeeDee Lamb, Keenan Allen, Jalen Waddle, DK Metcalf, and Brandon Ayuk. For the tight ends, Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, TJ Hawkinson, Darren Waller, George Kittle, Dallas Goedert, Evan Ingram, Kyle Pitts, Pat Fryermuth, David Njoku, Sam Laporta, Hunter Henry, Tyler Higbee, Luke Musgrave, and Dalton Kincaid. For your kickers, Justin Tucker, Tyler Bass, Harrison Butker, Cameron Dicker, Jake Moody, Evan McPherson, Jake Elliott, Young Ho Koo, Jason Myers, Brandon McManus, Riley Patterson, Jason Sanders, Daniel Carlson at 13, which is kind of a surprise to me.
That is.
Graham Gano, I believe, is out today. I don't know why they even have him on the list this week, because I'm pretty sure from what I saw the other day, he is out. Let's go to the defense. Cowboys, Niners, Saints, Eagles, Broncos, Giants, Bills, Browns, Commanders, Bucks, Steelers, Ravens, Jets, Packers, Bengals. I did that shit mad quick. I feel like I got a gift. Shout out to Busta Rhymes, by the way.
Man.
But,
so
go ahead.
Let's jump right into it, bro. So these are the guys that I'm looking at. These are two guys specifically that I think you got to ride the hot hand with. First, I think that Jalen Waddle's in for a big game. You know how it is with the Patriots and Bill Belichick. He's going to try to take away that number one guy. You saw what Tyreek Hill did last week, 215 yards. He went off. They're going to try to stop that, right? They're going to do what they can. Bill Belichick is going to do what he can to kind of stifle that. Enter a Jalen Waddle. I think he's in for a big game for this one. If you are even guessing to put him in or whatever you want to do with him, look for him. Look forward to him having a big game. The other one is Brandon Ayuk. Ride the hot hand. If you're debating on whether you should take him off the bench and start him, go with Brandon Ayuk. That's who I'm going with today at my wide receiver 2 or even a flex.
I'm sorry, GA. I'm sorry I told you to sit him last week. I feel like a complete asshole. 1,000 apologies, bro.
I think I agree with you too. So yeah, apologies as well, man.
Let me see if I can get this going. All right, so we do have this chat up on the main screen. Thank God, because I'm not trying to struggle today. All right, I did want to highlight somebody just now. God damn it. This, again, guys, bear with me. It's just been a very, very rough morning. I got Bambino first. I'm sorry, GA. I will get back to you in a second. Where is it? Oh, damn, this shit. Okay, where's the chat highlight? Because this is actually not where it should be. There we go. Pacheco, Harris, or Pittman in the flex. Oh, you have 3. I actually put up Pacheco and Pittman, and that was like a hands down down the board. But is this Damian or Naji that you have? Bambino, please respond to that quickly. Bambino said, turn myself up. Okay. Give me a second. That's not it. Is that better, guys? Can you hear me loud and clear now? Is that better?
Sound good to me at first.
All right, cool. I don't know. Like, a lot of people have been saying it's sounded a bit low. So if that's better, give me a thumbs up in the chat. Bambino, are you talking? Oh, it is Naji. All right. Let's take a look. And this is for your flex. Let's take a look. Damn. This is actually kind of close for this one. Pacheco is at 53%. Naji is at 47%. Pittman isn't even up for debate. Pacheco, with this matchup against Jacksonville has not beat KC in a very, very, very long time. So your best bet is to definitely start Pacheco. Again, with the flex, I normally like to go with a guy that gets a lot of touches. So you should be good with that one today. Shout out to Soul Assassin on the $4.99 Super. Don't worry, we'll have all that stuff up for this live anyways by next week. You guys, I'm telling you, when you watch the game today, you're going to be like, holy shit, where did all this stuff come from? Like, even this stuff now. I know you guys haven't seen anything like this with us. So, Sanders or Moss, also Higgins or Pittman. Raiders. Let's get this back up and running. Oh, my goodness. Shout out to Fantasy Pros as well, because these dudes are just godlike with this. Miles Sanders, Higgins, or Pittman.
Something tells me Higgins on this one, but that's where I will go with. I will go with Higgins. You're going to pull up the numbers. The numbers probably might say otherwise or might even confirm with me.
It's actually going with Miles Sanders. And it's crazy
Okay.
because Carolina is going against a really tough defense, at least from last week, in
Yeah.
their matchup against Tennessee. But the consensus down the board has Miles Sanders, it's 96, T. Higgins at 4, Pittman, not even a thought. The projections as it stands right now, let's see what we have. You know what's crazy? T. Higgins has a higher ceiling when it comes to the red zone opportunity as
That's what
opposed
I was looking at.
yeah, as opposed to Sanders. Like Higgins, 71% red zone opportunity, a 13% chance for Miles Sanders. I'm trying to find what the projection is. The projection is 10.6 for Sanders and 8.9 for Higgins. Um, in my opinion, I
I
would
feel
say I
like
would go toss up on that one.
it's a toss up, but to me, I think that if you're looking at boom or bust, um, Higgins is more of a risk, right? But the reward is high. It's high risk, high reward. If you do go with a Higgins, that is a high risk, but I feel like he's going to give you more bang for your buck. Um, if he does boom, right? If he does boom, he's good for like 20, 30 points. I've seen it before. I saw it a couple times last year. Um, and the Bengals offense needs to get going. They got to atone for what they did last week, and I think they will. So um, I don't know. It's a toss up. Follow your gut. I'm going Higgins on this one, despite what the numbers say. But I mean, that's why they're the experts on that one. So, but that's just me, man.
That offense from Cincy last week was so pedestrian. It was disturbing. I'm just like, this ain't normal. Like,
Yeah,
what the hell? What is going on here?
right, right.
Uh,
It was a little weird.
let's see. I wonder if I can get 5 players up on this, but we'll give this a shot. Shout out to Jose Duarte in the chat. He's asking Miles Sanders, Drake London, Pickens, Sutton, or Zay Flowers. Like, is this a flex? Because I looking at this mix, it's got to be a flex.
Yeah.
Let me get this going. There we go. It's a rough morning, y'all. London. I don't know why he keeps leaving the why he
What
keeps
was it
leaving the
again? It
screen.
was London or who?
Miles Sanders, Drake London, Pickens, Sutton, or Zay Flowers.
Huh.
This is gonna be interesting.
Okay.
I'm trying to get everything up right now. Um, Zay Flowers. So I don't know if it's gonna put all 5 of them. It put 4 of them up, and he has Miles Sanders on here as well. God damn! And Miles Sanders is 100% compared to Drake London, George Pickens, and Zay Flowers.
So yeah, that would tell me that you're going with Miles Sanders in this situation. I would go with Miles Sanders. He's getting a lot more touches than he did in Philly. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So
Well, that was a
um,
given because that offense just all of a sudden it's another one of those when you have a mobile quarterback that all of a sudden it's like your running back room does not exist because we see that in Buffalo
right,
now
it's true.
where Josh Allen is another dude that loves to use his feet and it's just like holy shit like where are your running backs and the rumors were out there that oh uh Jacobs is going to go to Buffalo, Miles Sanders is going to go to Buffalo. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. No,
Right.
they're not.
They
So
they want to they want to touch the ball, and they're not going to touch the ball in those certain situations. So
exactly.
yeah, go with Miles Sanders. Miles Sanders is he's getting a lot more touches. I think he's going to be one of those fantasy football steals of the season.
Right.
When it's all said and done, go with Miles Sanders in this one for sure.
Why is this? See, this is where I'm gonna lose my mind because now this shit is just dragging. Um, or did I do this? No. Shout out to GN 499. Zach Moss over James Cook. Miss over Najee. Separate leagues. Oh, hold on. See, that's the thing. James Cook. We know James Cook is going against us today.
Yeah.
He really didn't stand out that much last
Yeah,
week.
he had 46 yards on
Yeah.
it wasn't much, but I'll tell you this. We already talked about this, through Raiders stuff, right? I think that if the Raiders don't get it together in that interior defensive line, if they're not disruptive, they're going to get knocked over and pushed around like they did against the Broncos last week. So, if that is the case, hey, James Cook can very well have a big game in this game. And I kind of suspected, to be honest with you, that's my gut feeling for this. I think James Cook is due for a big game. Uh, he has that elusiveness. He has that ability for the home run shot. He's very shifty. Um, if you want to go for that, your gut is telling you that. Go with James Cook. My gut is telling me that I actually started James Cook in one of my leagues, but I didn't really have too many running backs. I've already lost a couple, so James Cook is in the lineup. So if that's how you feel about it, go for it. But that is it is a risk for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. Naaman asked, start Goff or Purdy. I'm going with Jared Goff today.
Yep.
I'm kind of questioning Seattle's defense right now. Um,
Yep.
and looking at this matchup between both of them, like you have Brock going against the Rams, kind of showed out and showed up last weekend. I think a lot of people were stunned with that. I'm pretty sure I missed that on my pick 'em. Looking at the passing completions allowed, the passing yards allowed by each defense, it is heavily favored for Jared Goff today. So definitely consider. Again, you guys don't. These are my opinions. These are my thoughts, but these are also based upon legitimate numbers. I definitely think you want to go with Jared Goff today.
I agree. Jared Goff. I mean, you saw it last year when they played against the Seahawks. That was probably one of the higher scoring games of the season.
Right.
Um, so you definitely want to kind of ride that wave. You saw a trend from last year when they faced each other. You could very well see something similar to that with Jared Goff going over 300 yards, maybe 2 or 3 touchdowns. So yeah, go ride the Jared Goff train for sure. If those are your two picks,
Hold on. We have another one. Another one.
another
I'm
one.
not pressing sound effects and shit right now, guys. Why is hold on? I'm trying to get. Oh, okay. Shout out to Bambino again. Judy or Allen. Go with Keenan Allen, 98-2. Washington is another one that has a pretty good front seven.
Yeah,
Um, it's their offense that's kind of their Achilles heel right now. So go with Keenan Allen on this. The matchup says a lot as well in regards to the rating and in terms of Tennessee's defense and what they gave up last week. They gave up 305 passing yards on 23 receptions and allowed one touchdown. You're definitely going to want to go with Keenan Allen today. Do you guys think Hunter gets more involved this week? Well, Christian Wilkerson is going to be starting alongside Devontae Adams. I would like to see Hunter get involved. I would like to see our tight ends get involved today, and I think we
yep,
will. I'm shooting for Hunter Renfro to get 3, maybe 4 receptions at
same.
minimum. But I do think that if he's in fact involved, those are probably the numbers that you're going to be looking at today.
Yeah, no doubt. And here's the thing, man. If Wilkerson comes out and he gets more touches, more looks at the ball, more targets than Hunter Renfro, it goes to show you right off the jump what this regime thinks about Hunter Renfro at this point. So watch that closely. If you do have him fantasy, if he doesn't get any touches, go ahead and bench him. Go ahead and actually let him go and find somebody else in the waiver wire if Hunter Renfro doesn't get any touches in this game.
Where is it? I just was looking at it. Pause. Steven Martinez, full PPR flex spot. DeAndre Hopkins or Mike Evans, and whoever you pick up against David Montgomery. I'm not sure what the end of that means, but Hopkins and Evans. This is a strange one because I'm looking at what the Chargers gave up last week. But then again, that was a very high powered offensive battle between the Chargers and the Dolphins.
Yeah,
Um, right now, as it stands, it has Mike Evans favored 82-18.
yep,
The matchup rating plays a factor in this, and the projection for him is 8.9 today, 7.7 for DeAndre Hopkins. A Tennessee offense is a little bit disturbing right now. Look, they drafted 2 quarterbacks in the last 2 years, and Malik Willis and Will Levis. I am under the assumption right now. I do believe this is Ryan Tannehill's final year on his contract, and there were rumblings out here earlier this week with Aaron Rodgers going down for the Jets that hey, if they're desperate, even though Robert Saleh has already said that um, Zach Wilson is their quarterback right now, who's to say that if they're not desperate close to the trade deadline? that they don't try to potentially trade for Ryan Tannehill and have one of these young guys finish out the rest of the season. But we shall see when that happens.
Yeah, and he did mention David Montgomery. I'll tell you this: if Montgomery scores a touchdown or he has a pretty solid game, um, I would trade him high. I would go and try to put him in the trade market and get something while the value's still hot. I'm suspecting that Jahmyr Gibbs is going to get more touches as the season progresses,
Hmm.
and with that, I think that Montgomery is going to see less touches as the season progresses. So if you're kind of banking on Montgomery as your running back too, um, trade him while it's hot. Get out of there while it's hot because I'm suspecting towards the end of the season, Montgomery is gonna not be as valuable as he is today.
I'm trying to answer as many of your guys' questions as I can. Like, this chat is flooding ridiculously already. So I appreciate everybody in here. And if you haven't already, break them thumbs, hammer that sub, smash the bell. You'll see the graphic next week. Again, this, I was doing a lot of things between yesterday and today trying to get all this stuff set up for both this live and the game, which we'll be doing. I'm gonna start it at 12:30. I may push it back a little bit, but we'll see. um, Shout out to Mike Trujillo or Trujillo, Garrett Wilson or Zay Flowers. Garrett Wilson 72-28. Garrett
Yep.
Wilson and the Jets are going to Dallas to Jetty's World. And as it stands right now, the matchup rating is fairly similar. I don't know if you guys saw that ridiculous grab that Garrett Wilson had late in that game against the Bills. Man, I was like, what the? That's probably going to be the play of the year. I don't think
Yeah.
anybody's going to be able to duplicate what he did.
Yeah.
As it stands, it looks like he's projected to have 8.7 points today against the Dallas Cowboys, and Zay Flowers is projected at 7.5. Um, let's see. Efficiency is great there for Garrett. The red zone opportunity is incredibly high for Garrett Wilson, and again, that touchdown he had, he was in the red zone when that happened. So
There you
I do
go.
think that that's going to be your best bet for today's matchups. Raiders need to play number 70 pick Byron Young. Byron! I think he'll get some playing time today if
Yeah.
they haven't released the active and inactive list. And another thing I
They.
wanted to do was do the starting lineup
Yep.
to put on the screen, but I didn't even get a chance to finish the defense. I had the offense complete, but I didn't get to finish the defense. And Hammer, I personally think that Deion Sanders' son will be a Raider when he comes out of college. He is too close to Tom Brady. He said yesterday Tom Brady is his idol, and they're constantly in contact. It's a very, very interesting take. I'll take it though.
I like it.
Would you start Zach Moss over Najee Harris? Mike, this is
Zach
yours, man.
Zach Moss over Najee Harris.
Yeah.
Ah man, I'm a big Najee Harris fan. Um, No, I will go Najee Harris in this one. I don't know what the numbers say, but Najee Harris is due for a big game. He has a high volume of touches usually. Throughout his career, he's gotten about 300 carries a year. They're probably going to lower that this year, but I see him breaking out for a touchdown at least in this game.
I'm looking at the numbers, and Cleveland dog walked Cincy, another team that has a pretty damn good defensive line.
Yep,
Um, and it's in favor of Najee Harris in this matchup against Cleveland. Zach Moss, Indy and Houston is a battle of the rebuilds. You have
yep,
two rookie quarterbacks and Anthony Richardson and CJ Stroud going head to head. Like, it's going to be a very, very interesting game between those two today. And I'm pretty sure that Anthony Richardson is dealing with some slight injury right now as well. So I, it is what it is. That'll definitely be an interesting matchup at 1 o'clock.
yep.
Um, Najee or Terry McLaurin? Najee,
Najee,
because that's your
yeah,
flex. Najee's
yeah.
going to get more touches. Should I start James Cook against the Raiders? Bro, you go with your gut. I'm not saying to start him. I'm not saying not to. Like, our defense needs to step up. Our defense really needs to be productive in
D
stopping the
line,
run game. That D line
yep.
has to step up. Um, I can't even pronounce this name. I'm just, oh, never mind. Chief Rock one. I was reading it kind of weird. Don't ask. More 4-3 or 3-4 defense today. So we were talking earlier this week with me and Graf Ron. We were talking about a spy for Josh Allen, and I said, who's to say that we don't see a little bit more 4-3 today in regards to that situation with Josh Allen and somebody spying on Josh Allen. I would love to see Diablo do it. Um, I wouldn't mind if they kind of mix back and forth and have even Hobbs sitting there on it. Hobbs can
Yeah,
tackle.
I agree. Yep.
Hobbs is good in coverage, but I think he can read and react with the best of them right now, and he's not even a linebacker. So
Yep.
I wouldn't mind seeing Nate Hobbs as a spy as well, but we shall see. We are a little under 50 minutes away from kickoff. I can't
Yep.
wait. I'm disappointed that I'm not up in Buffalo. So many people are asking me, and everybody seems to be having the time of their life out there. Shout out to Jersey Shore Raider Booster Club. They hung out yesterday with Richie Incognito. Lincoln Kennedy was supposed to be there, but apparently things didn't happen as planned. So it was just Richie up there, and everybody was having a good time. So shout out to them. Kyle Pitts or Jawan Johnson at tight end. Um, hmm. I like
Kyle Pitts.
I like Pitts because
Yeah.
Pitts is a guy that's interchangeable. You can have him on the line, but you could also have him lined up in the slot, and he's definitely a force to be reckoned with at the tight end position.
Yeah.
Let me
And I
see.
mean, to be honest with you, you do have DC over there, and he loves passing it to the tight end.
Yep.
So you that is a possibility that is up in the air. You got to take that in consideration. But Kyle Pitts is a home run waiting to happen. He's good for a big. He's due for a big game at any point this season. Jawan Johnson is pretty steady throughout the season. That he's not gonna really have like a boom game at any point, maybe one or two. But I'm going with Pitts. What you got, bro?
Going with Pitts.
Yeah,
As it stands right now, looking at the numbers, like he's projected to get like 1 full point more today, 6.3 to 5.3. But obviously, we know that a projection isn't going to mean anything. The red zone opportunity is higher for Pitts. The efficiency for both of them with the red zone is ranked as bad though, but it has a consensus down the board of 95 to 5 in favor of Kyle Pitts.
yeah.
GA Patriot, Hammer, Mike, thanks for the insights. I'm going to start Moss over Cooks, but not over Najee. All right. Happy birthday to George Blenda. Salute, salute,
Nice.
salute. If you guys want, we can open up the lines for a little bit. You down for that, Mike?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right, let me throw the number up in the chat for you guys, and we can take a couple of calls. I'm supposed to be live again in 15 minutes, which I don't know, man. This double header is going to be crazy, and I still got to link with Graf and get his what do you call it? The oh my God, what is it called? I got to get his link for StreamYard so I can do the display capture for that as well, so we can get that rocking and rolling. But the way that this setup looks right now, I think the setup for the game is going to be just as good. But here we go, guys. It's on the screen. Call into the SeatGeek Vault line. Have your voice heard. Ask your start sit 'em questions. 347-471-0361. We're going to take like 3, maybe 4 calls. Like I said, I'm going back on to start the game. I know kickoff's at 1 o'clock, but that schedule is for 12:30. So we are going to start that momentarily. What kind of trick plays we're going to see from the Raiders? I don't want to see that flea flicker again because that was an epic fail last week. Just
It
saying.
was. It was. If we're gonna do uh any kind of trick plays, I need to see some jet sweeps or something. I need to see, something to where you're getting the wide receivers the ball, right off the jump. Some speedsters, is I didn't see Trey Tucker in that inactive list, so maybe he's a part of this game plan. I would like to see it. Kind of, give him one of them gadget plays to kind of end around or something for him to take off, use that speed.
Yeah.
Um, that would be nice to see for
Bambino
sure.
said I called that one last week. You sure as hell did, dude.
You did.
You
I thought
absolutely
about you too, man. As
did.
soon as it happened, I was like, "Oh shit, that dude really called that." Yeah,
See,
yeah, man.
see, we even give our viewers of the nation their flowers when they do something good. But yeah,
Yeah,
you definitely called that, bro. Over under on Trey Tucker yards today. If he's out there, if he's involved, I want to say over under 45 to
20.
55 yards, maybe less than that.
Yeah,
I'll
I'm
say
going like
30.
25. Yeah,
I'll say 30.
something like that. Yeah, if he's involved, it'd be interesting to see though. Hopefully he is, man. That's a spark to the offense for sure. if we can get him going.
I would like to personally see them run a pro form set every now and then with 2 running backs in the backfield. They did run the pro gun last week because I definitely remember calling it.
Yeah.
But we see like how everything is, at least for week 1, how things went in regards to our offense and Josh Jacobs. Like, he ultimately was not that third down back consistently last week.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of Amir Abdullah in the backfield on third down last week, which I was like, okay, I can rock with this. Let's just convert. So I'm good.
Yeah.
Start Jimmy G or Lamar. Ooh, damn. Why?
Who?
He said Jimmy G or Lamar Jackson.
Oh, well, come on, man. Lamar Jackson, man.
I'm gonna have to find the old ESPN. Come on, man. Like that Jesus. 100-0.
Yeah.
100-0.
Lamar Jackson, man.
Yeah. Damn, they really only gave up 144 passing yards last week.
Who?
Cincy. Good God. That was it? Yo, that's just bad, man. Yeah. Sprayer, it was his first game back. He only practiced the week of week 1, which I said that's when he was coming back. You got to give it another week, maybe. But I think Jacobs is set to have a really solid game today.
Yeah, I got him for about 20 to 25 carries, over 100 yards in this game. I have that for sure. I think Jacobs in for a big game today.
So it's that time of the show where we roll the dice with Big Mike. Let's get your prop bets and any pick'ems that you have for week 2.
All right. So the first one I saw earlier today, well, actually yesterday, I saw Breece Hall. It was like over 40, 43. Over under was a 43 or something, which is a bargain. It's a steal. If you can get that on DraftKings right now, go ahead and lock it in. Easy money right there. If you're looking for a big flyer as far as value, go for Calvin Ridley going over 100 yards. I think it was like a plus 1,100 or something like that. That's a lot of tacos for a little bit of money. So go ahead and get that, knock it out, lock it in. And like I said, Josh Jacobs, let's go to the Raiders stuff, right? Josh Jacobs over 100 yards, maybe even a touchdown. If you can lock both of those in, that'd be a lot for a little as well. So those are my 3 lunch money moves that you want to make for this week. If you lock those in, get a lot for a little bit.
There it is, guys. There you have it. Raider Sprayer said Browns can run the ball. Chubb is a beast. Chubb going into this week is ranked number 2 amongst the running backs going into this week. He's continuing to do his thing, man, even more by himself than he was before. So let him continue to carry the load and do what he does for Cleveland. Thank God they're not on our schedule this year.
Right.
Guys, we're going to wrap it up. I got to, I guess, finalize some things before I go live with Graf. We are doing the game. We are doing the watch party on both channels. You guys definitely do not want to miss. There's more surprises today. Like, you think all this right here was it? Nah, you guys are going to be in for it, and we'll unveil it at the start of the game. But Mike, you got anything else before we sign off?
Yeah, man. Raiders 27-24. I know this is the Stardom Cinema show, but I know we got a lot of Raiders fans in here. So Raiders 27, Bills 24. Guys, go check out Hammer's show later. The watch party. I've seen what he has in store for you guys, and I'm telling you, it's a haymaker, man. You guys go check it out.
Y'all ain't ready. I'm telling y'all ain't ready. On your way out, if you haven't already, break them thumbs, hit them subs, smash that bell to stay up to date with all your Raiders news, rumors, updates, live streams, fantasy football, and more in the house at Hammer, built by the nation for the nation. Raider Nation News today. Continue to stay safe. Most importantly, be kind to one another. COVID is back on the rise. Make sure to wash your hands and your asses. And as always, win, lose, or tie, Raider Nation till I die. See you guys in a couple of minutes. Peace, love, and positivity. And of course, on my New York shit, we out. Yeah.
Yeah.